Good morning, my food freak friends. So I wanted to share with you, I talk about my baked oatmeal a ton because it's a really easy way for me to start the morning and everybody in my family likes it. So one thing I shared on my personal page is that every time I get a new thing of oats, I replace the top with the recipe. So when I'm getting up at whatever time in the morning, I don't have to like file through my phone to try to find a recipe. I don't have to pull it out of a book. I can just go for it because it's right here, and probably only I can read this. It's pretty disgusting. But so that's my easy little tip for keeping the recipe on hand and being able to go ahead and just go for that really fast. But what I thought about is when I had left on vacation, I pre-made baked oatmeal and froze it in my freezer for my mom to get for my kids. So then I got to thinking, you can pre-make it without pre-baking it, just leaving out the liquid. So I wanted to share with you what I would do, because I'm going to do it right now, because I'm going to have one or a few handy. I love jars put up in your pantry, all filled with beautiful things. So you can layer it and make it look really beautiful and keep it out. And people will ask you, what is that? Oh, that's my baked oatmeal, blah, blah, blah. So I don't necessarily eat it because of the grains. Now this is certified gluten-free, but I just try to stay away from those grains, and it does have sugar in it. So it's 3 cups of oats. So what I'm going to do, and I have an issue with the sugar right now, so I'm trying to slowly get away from a cup of processed sugar. So I don't even do that. So what I have been doing is spilling sugar on my countertop. Right, like a half a cup of some turbinado, or like a raw sugar. This is a brown sugar. I'll do that. Half cup. I'd like to get down to like 3/4 cup of maple syrup and call it good. So we're working toward that. I don't have enough maple syrup this morning, and you wouldn't put maple syrup in here anyway. Okay. So, and then the other half, or almost, and don't do a full half cup. This is called monk fruit. It's like a no-calorie sweetener, but it comes from monk fruit, so it's not like one of those Splenda things. Don't eat Splenda or sucralose or aspartame, or, oops, I said I wasn't doing a full half cup. Yeesh. Okay. All right, the other thing I add, my other secret ingredient is this collagen. It's added protein for my kiddos. I put this in my Shakeology mousse. I put this in lots of stuff now. I just kind of sneak it in. It's a really good thing just to have for my kids. Where's that teaspoon? I left it out, I'm pretty sure. So, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Good thing I have an extra set. Low battery, better get moving. 2 of these, bum bum bum. 1 of the salt. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Yeah, you like how I measure? Yeah, can't go wrong with cinnamon. And then I do a Himalayan sea salt. You guys, all my cooking stuff is like, it's got gunk over it because I am horrible about cleaning my hands. Like, I just have stuff on my hands, and I just keep, let's shake that down a little bit. And then, so you have your oats, you have your sugar, you have your cinnamon, baking powder, not to be mistaken with baking soda, your salt, okay, and the collagen, and the only other thing is to add the rest of the oats in. So I need a total, now this jar only holds 4 cups, so you can imagine where we're at here. My brilliant idea is barely brilliant at this point. I'm just gonna fill my thing up here to the top. You can get bigger ball jars. You can get the big, like the half gallon, and that might actually be a little bit better because then you can shake it up afterwards. So now this is all it's going to set in my cupboard. So when I'm in the morning, when I'm ready to make my oatmeal, I'm going to dump this in a bowl, and then I'm going to add 2 eggs, a cup of milk, and a stick of butter. Do you remember that thing from Sesame Street? And a stick of butter. Okay, so I use real butter This is just regular butter. Now I have done half a stick of this and half of coconut oil, but both of them have to be melted. Now if you want to go better quality butter, go for it. You have to decide what's best for you and best for your budget and best for your family. So, but please don't use oleo. Oh, that's my grandma's term. Please don't use margarine. Ew. So, okay, that's baked oatmeal. You put it in the oven. I put it in my convection oven in this for 25 minutes. It says like 35 minutes, but you'll figure it out in your own oven. I made it this morning. This is what's left. So my husband ate it and my 4 kids. I didn't have any. It's gone. Every time I make it, it's gone. So I don't know. Someone's going to eat that little piece. But that's I would pre-make it. If you try it first, if your family likes it, pre-make it and make breakfast, especially school mornings or mornings that you've got to get up and work. Make it easier on yourself. Let's not do things harder, people. Simplify your life. Have a good day.